Yo, welcome to the Nerdy Soul, where we do shoes and board game reviews. My name is Chris, the Geek in Sneaks, and today let's unbox one of the most beautiful games that I have seen come to retail this year. It is from Keymaster Games, and that game is Harvest. Now, at the recording of this video, Harvest is back on Kickstarter with a fall festival expansion, which I'm very excited about. I backed this on Kickstarter last year, and it was definitely one of my most anticipated games. I saw it at Gen Con 2023 on display, and I just had to pick it up. Keymaster is one of my favorite board game publishers. They not only do fantastic production, but they have fantastic and beautiful thematic art, and they tie it really well into graphic design. The rule books are usually pretty flawless, and this is the retail edition. It is still in shrink, and so as you can see, I haven't got a chance. You will be experiencing this for the first time. But the thing that I wanted to do with this, normally with Keymaster, I get their deluxe games. I'm starting a trend where I don't always get the deluxe of everything because you don't really need deluxe of everything. And if a company can do production for a standard retail version as well as they do the deluxe version, then you shouldn't really have any problem with the component structure. And this is also a polyomino game to some degree, and so I wanted to definitely get the retail version to see how the chipboard worked. But I'm a little sad about missing out the dual layer player boards, but anyway, kick back and let's unbox this beauty Harvest. So as you can see, this is still in shrink, like I said, and you can see that there's still the Kickstarter edition promos included in this, and I am super pumped about this. This artwork on the board cover is so dope. So let's go ahead and get this. I'm a fan of anthropomorphic animals. This is my Mississippi accent coming out where I can't pronounce anything. I'm in Memphis, but was born and raised in Mississippi. And so, yeah, I love like the humanistic animals in artwork. I think it's pretty neat. I think Everdell kind of made that such a huge deal. But yeah, I am so excited to sort of dive into this. The cardboard on the box is already just top notch, and I love just this simple feel of this. Okay, so one cool thing already that we're noticing is that the inside of the box actually has some print work on it, which again, this just speaks to Keymaster's level of intentionality. I like that there's not really much art on the side of the box. It's just kind of, very old school retro vibe. So there's no cool insert into this, right? Normally you have game trays, like if you have parks or etc. So we're just going straight old school bags and boards and cards. So here is this retail edition here. And so I believe because this is the Kickstarter edition and promos, you're going to get these Anna Meeple's heads. Now these you use for your worker placement actions, and they're not going to come for every character because I did not get the full deluxe version, but this is just, like I said, the retail. But the promos do come with the heads, so that's why some of them are here. So as you can kind of see there with this bull guy and this raccoon gal or guy, I don't know, they're animalistic people, which I think is pretty cool. So we got a bunch of extra baggies. I'm sure we will need those, most definitely. And so let's look at some more of these components here. Those just look pretty. All right, so it looks like we got a straight up poop emoji going on here, which I think is pretty funny. And we've got some buckets. Don't know exactly what those are for gameplay wise, I can't remember. And some nice, these are probably what, like 10 millimeter thick. So really solid. These also have on the back side of them sort of indentions of the water droplet. So I'm sure that these fill into the player boards as such, and I would assume this is sort of the first player token. Okay, and so that's one little bag there. And so we've got some additional player pieces here. So these are pretty neat. These are little buttons and wheelbarrows that go for your players. I think that's pretty awesome. These are much bigger than I thought they would be. I thought they were going to be smaller, but they're quite large. You know, they're supposed to replace the well, these were the standard edition for your worker placements. So, you know, you would normally have the people's heads, and in this case, I have the wheelbarrows. So let's look more at some of these here. I got that over there. Get that out of here. So again, we've got some Kickstarter promos. We've got some player heads in here. Looks like we've got like a wolf, which is pretty neat. We've got Gary, who is the town mayor. And it's spelled like dairy, but it's Gary, which I think is pretty neat. So I'm pretty sure you can play as Gary. Maybe that's a solo mode included as well. And again, we've got those player colors. So I like these player colors. They are very retro, old school vibe, you know, orange, yellow, blue, pink. I think that's really nice, very solid. All right, so here are the player boards. Well, these are the individual players that you can play as in the game. So these are linen finish, really solid production on these as expected. Maybe in the upgraded deluxe golden edition, these are cardboard. I don't know for certain, but you've got Willow the wolf, Ruthie the raccoon, Barry the bison, Gary the mayor, and then, you know, we've got sort of a 1 to 2 player game. Okay, so I guess if you play 2 player, you need to play with Gary. So there is a little bit of that. It reminds me of Oros, where you have an Automa, you know, you have a AI player playing with you. So gives you sort of an outline on that. You've got Penny the pig, Jamie the bunny, River the fox, who I saw a cosplay going on at Gen Con this past year with Danielle, so that was pretty awesome. Rose the woodpecker, Remy the deer. There's a lot of players in this. Leland the frog, Floyd the beaver. You've got a ton of replayability. I mean, all of these, so each one of these has got a different ability to start the game. I don't think there's tons of engine building in this game, so it's nice they give you this, but there are a lot of characters in this. And I think you get 2 more with the fall edition that's coming out right now. Okay, so we have a greetings from Furrow Field, and thank you for picking up Harvest. All right, so a little promotion. If you want more, you can grab the Animal Pack, which if this game hits, I might end up getting the Golden Edition. I'm definitely gonna get a chance to play it and maybe gift this version to someone else, but I just saw this in here just now, and so you're getting a surprise reaction from me. I'll get there in a second. You've got achievements in here, which gives, let's see, I don't even know what this is. Oh, okay, so it's a little track for you to see how every player is doing over the course of the time that you're playing this game, which is pretty cool. First win with each character. Okay, so it's like a cool thing you can legacy build out. But I did not know this. I did not know that I was going to be getting dual layer player boards. I did not know that the retail edition was coming with dual layer player boards. I'm so hyped right now. Like, I don't think I need the gold edition now. I might get the Animeeple pack because I love Keymaster, but I did not know I was gonna get these. This is so amazing. So let's just take a look at this, how this can fit in, right? So let's just get this player piece. You've got the poop, right? The poop just fits right in there. I guess this will be fertilizer, you know, and you have a track, you're not gonna stack them, so you're gonna move it up and down, but this is great, this is great. And then, let's see, we have the water droplets, so, you know, the water goes there, right, and it goes down, and let's just test our theory about the bucket. So the bucket's got the water underneath it, so I'm gonna guess that this, oh, look at that, just fits so nicely in there. You can't go wrong with that. Keymaster always does it big with their production. This is not surprising. It's a 1 to 4 player game. This game is designed by Trey Chambers. Art is by Tierra Connor. I gotta say, Tierra, you did a bang up job. You did a bang up job. These things are great. So you can see the back of these boards here, kind of show you more player colors. I love the color palette in this. I'm a graphic designer and branding guy, and so I'm naturally drawn to Keymaster because I believe their foundation is built upon creatives in the graphic design field. So, all right, so this rule book is right up on the edge. So they took every inch they could. Love the way this rule book looks. I mean, look at how beautiful that is by Gary Oxenfree. So they're very on theme here, which is what I love about them. As you can see, very solid, a lot of white space, easy to read, fantastic layout. Oh man, I'm gonna have to play this ASAP. This looks fantastic. I love when publishers mix flat art here, and they've got, this looks like it's probably TTS, but 3D render. And they also have 3D renders that aren't flat, right? So this gives you that perspective in the rule book to help you sort of realize what's going on. So yeah, we've got a glossary of the characters, a more index for every building. So it looks like the buildings are gonna give you different actions once you build them. And fantastic, Keymaster doesn't fail. They give you an icon reference on the back of the rule book, which is exactly what you want out of all of these. They've got some great rulebook explanations. I love that they put this in a large box so the rulebook can be easily read and held. Fantastic rulebook. Great job. All right, I'm gonna have to flip this over because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all these out. More print here. As you can see, there's the back of the box. Absolutely gorgeous, as expected. All right, so I know that I'm gonna have to do some punch outs here, but this is the solo challenge, so I'll definitely be playing a lot of this solo. I love solo games. Gives you different challenges. Look at that, 14 different challenges for you as a solo player to achieve. I'm assuming they scale up. I'm wrong, 17 challenges. There's more on the back. Can't get enough, and they even give you more ways to play. So tons of replayability already built into this. This is the board here. This reminds me of the board for the game from who am I thinking of? I'm blanking. This reminds me of the board from Emerge, right? Where it's long and it would span the table. So as you can see here, just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning artwork. Tierra Connor, you dog. You killed it. You killed it. Super. Love it. Okay, I mean, this is the little things, right, that go towards making a game fun, where they don't need to put anything on the back of this. Why would you print on the back of this? Because it's dope. That's why. That's the only reason. Just adds more. It adds more to the game, you know? That little bit of extra bit, and that's why I will always support Keymaster with their publishing games. So yeah, we've got some great iconography here, everything like that. This punch board. Okay, so in the deluxe version, the golden edition, you're gonna have all these great, these are gonna be great 3D pieces. You don't have that here, but let's do a little bit of punching. We'll just punch one sheet so we can kind of get a feel for all of this, and then we'll kind of go from there. But off the bat, very thick cardboard. I think this is going to be a game that I love to play. I love punching out chipboard in games. Do you like the punch out process? Would you prefer the deluxe edition so you don't have to punch out anything? I don't like that there's waste, you know, from these, but this is not a situation where you need to put these at the bottom because there's an insert, and so to keep the box tight. So this will go into the recycling bin. I know some people let their kids play with it or dogs play with it. So if I had kids or dogs, sure. I don't. All right, so this is pretty cool here. We've got the fields, the workshops. I guess these are markers that are going to go into the game. And you can see that they are very high quality stuff here. Let's grab one of the player boards. Okay, so they don't go edge to edge, right? They're sort of giving you a little bit of flexibility in how you place these. And I believe there'll be some additional houses that kind of go in it too. Let's see, yeah. So you've got a little bit of space with all these, right? So it's not, you don't have to have them perfect. You got a little bit of wiggle room, which I think is nice. This does not fit there. So yeah, I think that's a very solid look there at those. Now I pulled out some of these. We'll kind of show you more of the boards here. So it looks like you've got some scoring condition tiles here. You know, with these different ones, I'm sure you'll play those during the game. You'll be able to claim those, I'm sure. Double-sided, looks really nice on the back. Here is some money tokens. So let's punch out a couple of these. You can kind of see those. There's the money tokens there. Very solid, look great. Keymaster always does it. Look, it even has more text on the back. 3 pence, you know, and this one says 1 penny. It's little things like that that go a long way in game design and immersing yourself into the game. All right, so we've got more great artwork here on the back. Great job again on the art. I absolutely love it. Looks like these are for blueberries that are in the other box. So a little sub placement area. More here. I don't know what this is. I'm sure it's pretty neat in the game. It says taking a nap and out to lunch. Who knows what that is, but it looks great. It's like a race kind of, possibly. Let me pull out the remaining ones. So these are all the homes. Now each one of these looks as though there's unique art for each one, which is awesome. Big fan of that. They give you a wooden or a chipboard player, first player token, but I believe we have that in this version, so you can kind of see the difference there. I might end up having see, this is the problem with Keymaster. This is the problem. Y'all make too good a production. Now you make me want to get the deluxe version. I don't need to spend the money on the deluxe version, but you make me want to. You're too good. You're too good at your job. You and Ivy Studios, you always do this. I love Ivy. Shout out to them. And the folks at Keymaster. Okay, so let's look at some of these tiles here. Cool. I missed one piece that came in it that fell out as I was moving it around, but you can see these tiles and they've got cool art on the back. So that looks just amazing. And it has its custom dice. Look, I love dice in games. The game I design has dice. Big fan. And I also like that this is not the curved edge dice, it's more of the pointy, which is actually my preferred dice style. So yes, let us kind of do a quick little cleanup of all this and get this back in the bag. Tied up. I like how they provided, decent enough bags. I think that I love the fact that you can get deluxe versions of all their games. But But let's be honest, deluxe versions are expensive. You know, that's a big thing. So we'll put the board in first. I think after that, we will put the player boards in. And I think that if this game really hits home with me, I would be willing to invest in the deluxe edition because I know how good Keymaster's games are. I usually go deluxe, but I'm backing a lot of games, getting a lot of games, can't have deluxe everything. And I know it's available here shortly. So we're gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna take solo and I'm gonna put it underneath the main one like we pulled out. Put that in there as a little cool thing. And then we just throw these bags in here, make sure everything's all zipped up. What are some of y'all's favorite Keymaster games? Do you have any that come to mind where you're like, man, I love, you know, Parks or Campy Creatures or, you know, Space Park? I think Parks is kind of their big one. Caper is a huge game for them. So yeah, I think this feels nice. I like the weight of this. And here we go. Thank you for kicking it with me as we unbox, harvest, and put it back in. I am super excited about playing this game. It'll definitely be hitting my table very soon. Let me know if you have a copy of Harvest, if you've got the deluxe edition, or if you're backing the new Kickstarter that they have out right now for the Fall Festival expansion. I am definitely backing it. Even if I never play it, I will support them because their artwork is beautiful and I could just have this on a shelf in my house. So I am a big fan of this game. And I also got a pair of Nike Dunks that I think go perfectly with this game. I'm super excited about this. I'm gonna be doing a board game fits video series that go along with games and shoes that I think go well together. And so I think that these are a perfect combination for when the leaves start turning orange and red and they're falling and you have tons of leaves to pick up. And in this case, we have tons of crops to grow. So with that being said, hit the like or subscribe button if you had a good time with this unboxing. Let me know what other games you want to see unboxed and what might be hitting your table soon. But I appreciate you being here. And yeah, if you see me at upcoming convention, PAX Unplugged, holla at your boy. But until next time, stay nerdy, keep that soul dirty.